Hi there. Welcome to another episode of Checking Boxes with Caldwell's Comics. As usual, everything you see today is available for sale. If you're interested, you can send me an email at caldwellscomicsandcars@gmail. And please feel free to comment and subscribe if you like the content. So we continue on with our convention stock. This is box 8. We're in the D's. Starting off with a banger here. A character you all know and love that's been in the headlines lately. Cooled off a little bit in the last week or two, but Dr. Doom, number 1. Nice cover. I think that's Salvador Larroca. Number 2. Everybody knows by now Robert Downey Jr. is going to be taking the role of Victor Von Doom. Issue 3. Issue 4. I, for one, am not thrilled about it not because I don't like Robert Downey Jr., just because I think they're going to probably do some kind of multiverse thing where Tony Stark became Dr. Doom in a different universe, which I absolutely despise. I don't know why they have such a hard time getting Dr. Doom right, but they've really messed him up twice already in the Fantastic Four movies. And I mean, Dr. Doom needs to be the ruler of Latveria, a small Eastern European country, and I just don't know why they made him a corporate something or other, and I don't know, just destroyed the character, and I'm really, really scared they're going to mess it up again. Fantastic Four is my favorite series of all time, so broke my heart when they destroyed the characters in the 3 movies they've done so far. Anyway, enough editorializing. Dr. Doom number 5. Doom 2099 number 1. Foil cover by Pat Broderick. Number 2. 2 copies of that one. Oop. We've got our number 3. Looks like a Blade Runner ripoff. Dr. Fate. I remember when this series came out, I had my first store. DeMatteis and Giffen. Nice. I got to reread these. DeMatteis, one of my favorite writers. The writer of Kraven's Last Hunt, one of the best Spider-Man stories ever. Doctor Strange. These are out of order. Number 14. Nice Jackson Geist cover. 16. I think that's volume 2, if I'm not mistaken. 17. 18. 19. Gene Colan cover. Number 20. Back to Jackson Geist. 21, 22, we jump to 32. This artist, another one I never cared for, Marinin. Yeah. Just horrible. Look at that. That is just awful. 33. Oh, that's a different... No, Marinin Ink by McKenna. Yeah, just garbage. 31. Silver Surfer. 36. We've got Warlock. 81. The great Kevin Nolan. This is towards the end of this run. I think they canceled it shortly thereafter. Death of Doctor Strange, number 5. This is the 1 in 25 variant. I believe that's Brian Hitch. This is a series that I really enjoyed. I love this guy's art. It's not for everybody. It's very different. To me, it's very reminiscent of P. Craig Russell. I would say P. Craig Russell meets Peter Max. If you've ever seen the Beatles' Yellow Submarine movie, that's what it reminds me of. This is Doctor Strange Fall Sunrise, issue 3. Tradd Moore is the artist. That's a different variant for number 3. Issue 4, this is Tradd Moore. Yeah, just weird stuff, but I really dig it. I think he did Silver Surfer Black a few years back. This is number 4, different cover. Doctor Strange Surgeon Supreme, number 3. Phil Noto cover. We've got a Doctor Who Free Comic Book Day. Doll Parts, number 1. I really like this artist. It's interesting style. We've got Dolls, number 1. Walt Disney's Donald Duck Adventures, number 7. Don't Spit in the Wind. I like this series. Number 1, great art. And number 4, Doom Patrol Annual number 1 with an Erik Larsen cover for all you Image fans out there. Excuse me. We've got the Doom Patrol Meet the Suicide Squad special. I think that may also be Erik Larsen, but I'm not positive. This is a more recent series, The Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 1. I don't know why they... Oh, this is a glow-in-the-dark cover. They put this covering on here to protect it, I think. I can see the invisible guy underneath here, barely. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a glow-in-the-dark cover. This is number 2. Covered by Chris Burnham, who also did the interior art. I kind of like his style. Number 3, also Burnham. 4, 2, number 5, 6, and we've got 7. Okay, I'm going to pull that out and make a set. Okay, look for that soon on the website. Draculina, number 3. Nice cover. Looks like Raphael Kayanan, I think. Draculina, number 6. Jay Anacleto, great artist. Great artist. Creator of Aria. All right, we've got a run of Dune here. Another series I really tried to get into. I'm a huge Dune fan. It's probably my favorite book of all time. Right up there with Lord of the Rings. But this stuff, it's written by the son, Brian Herbert, from notes that his father made. And it's basically the history of the great houses. And it's just, I don't know, I found it very dry and very, very slow. I hate to use the word boring, but and the art wasn't good enough to overcome the slowness of the story, so I just gave up on it. But one of these days I'll go back and reread it because I am such a huge Dune fan. The movies were fantastic if you haven't seen them. This is House Atreides number 6. There's a Jenny Frison cover, also issue 6. Number 7, nice cover. Not sure who that is. Almost looks like Val Mayerik, but I don't think so. Another cover for number 7. Covers are great. Issue 8. Beautiful. The great Jeff DeCall. Issue 8. Love it. Number 9. Variant of number 9. Tan. I don't know who this is, but I like his art. He did some covers in a series from a couple of boxes ago. Wow, beautiful cover. Love it. It's a variant of number 10. Number 11. Another number 11. These books are a little more expensive too. I don't think that helps the sales, but they're $4.99 cover price instead of $3.99. This is issue 12. Also issue 12. This is Dune, The Waters of Canley, issue 4. All right, now we're into the E's. We're almost done here, guys. 8 Billion Genies. I think we talked about this already. This was super popular when it came out. Was almost immediately optioned by Netflix, and as a result just blew up on the back issue market. This is number 2. That's the A cover to number 2. I got to tell you guys, I read it and I just thought it was, I don't know what all the fuss was about. I thought it was ridiculous. I mean, basically everybody on Earth gets one wish, which would, of course, be a train wreck. I mean, you're going to have people wishing for something that cancels out somebody else's wish, and you've got children with wishes, and it just, I don't know. And then there's one place where it's like a bar where the guy's one wish is that none of the wishes could affect his bar, which is like, wow, you've got one wish and that's what you do with it. Seemed kind of ridiculous to me, but I guess it turns out that character has a bigger part. I didn't finish it because I just did not care for it, but c'est la vie, to each his own. And like I said, it's been optioned for a Netflix show, so what do I know? Female Force, Ellen DeGeneres. We've got some Elvira covers, photo covers. This is number 2, Elvira in Monsterland. Oh, just the one today. Okay. This is Jane Austen's Emma. Like the cover a lot. This is Eternal number 2. By my old friend Chuck Austen and I think Kev Walker. I don't know. That's a nice cover. Then we jump to the Kirby Eternals. We've got a number 2, 3, 8. Yeah, I'm going to add those to my PC. I think I told you guys I'm really getting into the 70s Kirby stuff. A lot of it I didn't read at the time for whatever reason. I wasn't a huge Kirby fan when I first got into comics. I've since learned the error of my ways, and now I think he's just probably the greatest of all time. But I didn't care for his style in the 70s when I was 13, 14 years old, and as a result, I skipped a lot of his 70s stuff. I don't think I've ever read New Gods. I'm just now reading Commandy. I don't think I read any of the Fourth World stuff. For some reason, I skipped Eternals, but I did read, like, Machine Man and Devil Dinosaur I bought. Yeah, and I'm sure I read as Captain America's, at least some of them, but yeah, just kind of weird. Eternals, this is, I think, a one-shot. Oh, no, this is the Romita Gaiman series, which was made into a motion comic, which I watched. I've never read this comic, but I did watch the motion comic. Didn't care for it at all. I think Neil Gaiman is, I want to say, overrated. I mean, I've never read all of Sandman. I've read the first volume, and it was all right. Didn't blow me away, but yeah. And I don't know, I'm sure you guys have heard all the recent allegations of sexual misconduct that have been coming out, but that has nothing to do with my like or dislike of his writing. I did like Mirror Mask. I thought it was a great movie. This is Evanescence, which is a comic based on the lyrics of Evanescence. Don't know what number this is. My Heart is Broken. We've got an Excalibur #1, which I think, again, every collection you ever buy is going to have one of these in there. This was during the 90s boom, and just heavily overprinted book. Not saying anything about the quality. I mean, it's Alan Davis, who is one of the all-time greats, but it's just a very common book, and series for that matter. #2, I think Alan Davis may have written this also. #3, got Captain Britain getting stomped on by Juggernaut. Then we jump to the new Excalibur, #2. We've got Claremont writing now. #3. #4, it's a nice cover. #5. 6. We jump to Exiles, #33. It's a nice cover. You've got Wolverine and Wendigo. 85. Also a nice cover. We've got Factor X, #1. This is from the Age of Apocalypse, where they did those mini-series where they kind of tweaked the, I guess it was an Elseworld story. Factor X, Weapon X, I think, was another one. Anyway, they just kind of switched up all the X-Men books. Now we jump to Fantastic Four. The rest of this box is going to be Fantastic Four. We've got 215. Cover by Ron Wilson, another artist I never cared for. But I believe it's John Byrne on the interiors, but it's only Byrne layouts, and I think Joe Sinnott finished it. And we have the beginning of what, in my opinion, is the second greatest run on Fantastic Four after the Lee Kirby first 102 issues, John Byrne's Fantastic Four. Great stuff if you guys haven't read it. He started with 232, and I think he did a 5 or 6 year run in this series, which was just, like I said, second best to Kirby and Lee. This is covers inked by Terry Austin, but the interiors, John Byrne inked it himself. We jump to 254, 256, Annihilus, 257, Galactus and Frankie Ray, 260, this is a great Doctor Doom story, 262, Assistant Editors Month. I think I explained this in another video, but basically all the editors were in San Diego or at some convention, probably San Diego, so they let the assistant editors take over for a month, and they just try to make it kind of goofy, at least parts of it. I mean, this is not the cover is, the only reason the cover is goofy is because you've got Charlie Brown hiding down here in the bottom. But other than that, this is, I mean, a pretty serious issue. The Trial of Reed Richards is one of the best stories in this entire run. And, you know, John Byrne wrote up here in the corner box, "Hey guys, I know it's Assistant Editors Month, but let's not do anything too silly on the cover. Okay, love and kisses, John." And like I said, it's Charlie Brown. I think John Byrne is on the cover himself somewhere. I think he drew himself on here. I don't see it, but yeah, Charlie Brown's on there. 273. This is the first Franklin Richards, I believe. Not first Franklin, the first. His dad. I can't remember his dad's name. 286, which crosses over with X Factor. Then we jump to 305. We got Ron Frenz, who made a living off of using Sal Buscema's style. 306, 307, which is great. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Sal Buscema. And 312, another Doctor Doom and looks like X-Factor appear in this issue. We've got 323 with Kang. I absolutely hated this version of the Thing. Just ugly. Ugly design. I just can't stand it. That's another thing when they do the movie. I just pray they get the Thing right. It's not easy to do, but I think it's got to look more like the Kirby Thing from around issue 51, This Man, This Monster, or the John Byrne. Even the John Buscema thing was fantastic, but yeah, it's just, they've got to get that right. 344, this is part of the Simonson run, which is another great run. 355, Al Milgrom. I don't know how this guy was ever allowed to draw anything. Another guy, Paul Ryan, horrible artist. 356, sorry to be so negative, guys, but as someone who wanted to be a comic artist, it was very frustrating when you saw people who you felt that you were better than get a job. And, you know, a lot of it is who you know, and we all know. 358, this is a triple-sized 30th anniversary issue. Another Paul Ryan cover. I think this is a die cut. That circle is cut out. 363. 374. Yeah. Just a horrible artist. 369. 371. Red foil cover. I don't know if you can see the Human Torch in there. Or embossed, sorry, not foil, embossed. This is a foil cover, 375. Because in the 90s, gimmicks were all the rage. 387, foil surrounding Sue. 400, another foil cover. This is another iteration of the Thing I didn't care for, with the scars on his face. I think Wolverine cut him. Let me go to the Heroes Return when Image took over. Fantastic Four #9. Actually, this might be the Heroes Reborn. This might be after Marvel got the characters back. Number 14, Salvador Larroca. Another artist who's kind of hit or miss with me. Sometimes he's really good and sometimes not so good. 16, I do like this cover. 19, yeah, the great Carlos Pacheco. Him I like a lot. And the last issue, which is completely out of order, is another 371. The white embossed. One of them must be a first printing and one must be a second printing. I'm not sure which. So there you go, guys. Another box in the can. As always, if you saw anything you like, let me know in the comments down below or send me an email at the Caldwell's Comics and Cars at gmail.com. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.